tournament of 2019. And we're off. As you can see, both runners are playing on the Hidden Mansion file and are on Japanese. We do this, we play on Hidden Mansion because it acts like the New Game Plus, where our vacuum is stronger, so we can do damage at a much faster rate. So we'll take a moment to get the videos synced up, but yeah, so here we go with Area 1. Not really too much can happen in this area. We'll just be catching ghosts as quickly as possible, doing some techniques to save time from getting scared, and also manipulating the animations to be faster. Oh, that was okay. Videos are synced. Good. And going through some setups just to go fast, because we do take the opportunities to set up doubles whenever we can. Just about every room in the game has a unique setup for going fast. Yeah, that double right there. So the idea is we want to try and lure the ghosts closer to each other and then stun them both. And then that particular wave of ghosts, we just go for the one in the middle, so it would spawn the next wave after catching the ghost from the wardrobe. So far, I think DeathJohnson may be 1 or 2 seconds ahead right now. Oh, but that can change very easily. In this game, it is actually pretty RNG dependent, but that won't be a factor until Area 2. So we're pretty close to finishing up Area 1. We just need to catch a couple of portrait ghosts, and then we get to the area boss of the game. Catching portrait ghosts, you basically want to use, figuring out what the solution is to, they have like their own puzzle, so you have to just figure out what the solution is to showing their hearts, and then catching them while they're vulnerable. I will briefly explain that while they catch Lydia, we are playing on Japanese. It has pretty much been found to be the fastest version of the game to speedrun, by about 30 seconds over English, at least, I think. And it's a combination with, like, having faster text boxes on Japanese in some areas, and then 30 seconds, but yeah. Yeah, it's a combination of saving time from certain text boxes and then a glitch in Area 2. That's only exclusive in Japanese. So yeah, this is a really close race right now. The PBs of these runners, DeathJohnson has a 58 minute and 14 second time, with Mak being a 59-17. So they're you know, a minute apart from each other, but you know, anything can happen in this race to where we could probably potentially see another tiebreaker. God, I don't know if I really want that or not. Oh man. So we go through these cycles by you know, staying in position, moving to positions to where we can accelerate these attacks. And then we take intentional damage just to get rid of our money, but also to kind of nudge Chauncey a little bit forward during his pouncing attack. And then we take intentional hit here to catch the ball more easily, and that basically gives us invincibility frames. So when the next ball hits us, we'll still have those invincibility frames, and we'll be able to catch it without, you know, getting any sort of knockback. Yes, this is going to be DeathJohnson's PowerPoint presentation of Luigi's Mansion Know How to Bounce. So far, it looks like Death is a few seconds ahead in Area 1. As they deposit their ghosts in the ghost portrificationizer. This is how they turn the ghosts back into portraits. And Know How to Bounce is the basic requirement is we need to collect 40 out of 50 boos in the game. Get through each area as fast as possible and grab the area boss keys to continue. So money is not really a factor here. Neither is collecting all portrait ghosts. So we do have some optional portrait ghosts in this area. So we don't really need to go. We don't need to clear their rooms. They only they're not required because they don't give you a key. So next, oh geez, that's not good. So Mak just got brought ahead because of a mistake, but we'll see what happens in the ballroom, because that's going to be our first bit of RNG. Yes, so making our way through the hallways, we want to point our flashlights up to prevent ghosts from spawning and scaring Luigi. It'll lose you a second if he gets scared. Oh, and Mak misses his first double. Looks like Death can make a comeback here. Oh, very nice. And freeze frame, and we're back. Oh look, he's ahead again. But anyway, so here's the dancing Whirlindas. They can show their hearts either right now or 10 seconds later, and looks like Death got the good RNG. And Mak's gonna have to wait 10 seconds for them to show their hearts again. Yeah. So yeah, the gap just kind of widened right there. Unfortunately. You just hate to see when that happens. You at least want both runners to get the same kind of RNG in that particular area. Oh no! Well now, let's see. Mak's gonna be trying to get his double right there. Very nice. Looks like DeathJohnson's strategy is to save the frames. Anyway, here's where the RNG comes in. We're having to release all the boos and collect them as we go. We are basically required to collect these boos in order to beat the game. There's a total of 50, but we only need 40. And the first bit of boos, rather I should say, the amount of boos that we need to collect in area, for the Area 3 boss is 20. So in this route, we should have collected 21 boos, thanks to this route in Area 2. And the routing here is we want to grab the tablecloth and catch the boo with the tablecloth. Oh, nice. He gets it. Oh no, what are you? Okay, Mac. So he got unlucky there. He had to reveal the boo from the table. So far, really good RNG from Death. Max was unfortunate because he had to go through some dialogue with the professor there. Alright. So, let's see. The first few rooms, we'll be collecting boos to unlock the washroom. So we can grab the key there that was accidentally flushed into the toilet. The ballroom, we use the radar to help just kind of see if the boo, if it flashes rapidly while passing through those chairs. That's usually either the case that a boo is hiding in there, or it's the decoy. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so he was hiding on the left side of chairs. Yeah, we use this kind of technique to drag boos in the room to do more damage for, you know, one R pump. We use this technique called R pumping to stun lock boos in place. And it kind of just like we're able to do like a lot of damage while using the most of the boo's timer, I guess. Well, a boo can cackle up to 15 times before it automatically runs away from you. And if he ends up cackling more than once, then that shortens the amount of damage you can do in a cycle. So ideally, if we ever come across a boo that has 150 HP, we have to do 150 of damage right there. In this room, we wanted to get grabbed by the grabbers and shrug them off to the other ghost so that we can set up the double. Alright, good RNG at least. He didn't have to grab the ghost from the portrait. And we grab the medallion with the boo so we can save and quit while have collected the fire medallion. And when we come back, we'll be warped to the foyer and skip having to do the fire puzzle in the mirror room. saving a bit of time. So the only puzzle we have to do is light up these candles and spawn the key. This key will take us to the to the laundry room, where, and before that though, we go to Mr. Shivers, startle him with lighting his fire, and then making our way to the laundry room and completing that while he, is making his way into the butler's room. Yeah, man, we could have just had this race with no commentary, just like what happened to me and Mikaron. Alright, so we found Mario's hidden... his first... one of the first of his lost items. And, oh jeez. Getting distracted and looking at chat. This is your fault. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna try and set up to, grab the boo while going through a mouse hole to skip, reading the dialogue from the professor. He, this can only be done in Japanese, saving you around 6 to 8 seconds if you pull it off twice. Oh, it looks like Mac was actually trying to go for a different text skip. And let's see, does Death get all of them? Yes, he does. Alright. Yeah, so this setup requires spawning all of the flash ghosts, shooting them with fire, and then having them all group up together to the last chest on the right side. The only thing that can go wrong is if one of the ghosts don't get stunned from the flashlight, and he'll just get a free whack on you. This is like another opportunity for runners to get a tech skip, but it's just not very easy to do compared to other ones. Okay, so when we're gonna be finishing up here in a couple of rooms where the puzzle here is we play all the music instruments. It'll be playing the Mario Brothers theme, and that'll get us to spawn Melody, and she'll play a couple of tunes for a tune for us. It could either be the Mario Bros. 3 theme or the water theme, and depending on which one it is, even though it's on Japanese, we can still determine which answer it is, because the order of the answers is not different if you were to see it on English. Oh, that reminds me of something. I need to get something. I want to see if I can look this up in time before we get to the part. Not going to spoil it. But it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. Anyway, so yeah. This flash ghost that's in the... Oh, did he have enough... Uh-oh, Mac didn't have enough fire to put out the ice. So we were wanting to shoot the fire in its spawn location, so it could actually get rid of the ice. And if you do that before it spawns, then it won't have to go through the animation of it getting burned, saving you a couple of seconds. Looks like the gem disappeared. Alright, so this is our boy Spooky, the dog. We're going to be taking an intentional hit when he charges us for the third time, and that'll quickly spawn Mr. Bones. And if... oh no! There's the vacuum grab. Okay. So before we go into our fight with Bogmire, we're going to be taking out the Mr. Bones that spawn in this graveyard. The Mr. Bones at the top can move into position with each other if, depending on what Luigi's position is. If it's kind of like towards to the left, the Mr. Bones on the right will go towards the middle with the other one. And let's see, Bogmire is one of the one of the trickiest ghosts to get a one cycle on. You just need to have really good control over him so you can do damage without losing. Are you what? Oh no. Well, you don't want that to happen. Oh jeez. Well, if anything, he still has the advantage over Mac. But dang, getting away at 1 HP like that's just rude. Yeah. Well, both runners got 2 cycles, so in a way their runs are kind of playing out in the same way. Honestly, so far, even with the technical issues, this is still a really good race. So let's see. Alright, moving on to Area 3. This area... Terribly sorry, I'm trying to look for something. Right, okay. This area will be kind of going on a more of a scavenger hunt to look for Mario's lost items. There's a total of 5 that we're looking for. We found Mario's hat, so now we're looking for the star, the letter, his shoe, and glove. And then after that, we'll be taking it over to give to the fortune teller, Madame Clairvoyant. So we grabbed oh, that was an interesting spawn from the ceiling. Surprise! It freeze-framed him when the ghost got askew. It kind of just looked tilted. It's always fun to see that happen. Anyway, so we grabbed water in the backyard because we're gonna use it to shoot and put out the flaming door that's above the rec room. Very nice. He angles it perfectly while moving up the stairs and shoots it. Oh, nice. Yeah, Biff in this category is also optional. Basically, any optional ghost only gives you a treasure chest instead of like a key or a a lost item. In this case, we get the ice element, and we'll be grabbing that to fight Miss Petunia later. Death is trying his hardest to get this boo. Yeah, and he looks like he succeeds. Nice. Your vacuum has the potential to just lock onto other things that are not the ghost. And if it's like attracted to the tablecloth, then he's going to get away at 0 HP. He's gonna get away. He's got away. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, man. He had to like... He must have had to grab him at least 3 different times and he still got away. What the heck? See, that's the kind of, like, BS that can happen. And also, Foop has to... Or, I'm sorry. Not Foop. Jesus. Death has to, restart the room to, do this puzzle. So the idea is he's gonna shoot 3 of the arm balls at Nana. And if one of those like hits a wall or the floor, then Nana despawns and he has to re-enter the room again. Oh man, this boo is just playing around. Okay, so uh-oh. We lost audio. We lost audio. Never mind. It looks like he's back, I think. Or at least he's trying to be. Okay. Well, that was a little scary, a little concerning. I'm sorry, Foop is just way too attractive right now. More attractive than Death. Alright. Oh, man. So it looks like Mac got both of the boos that he needed to continue. Look, man, when are we gonna get back on doing commentary together? Alright, so Death is gonna try and set up for a triple. The way he did it is fireless. Yeah, as you can see, he's doing R pumps to stun lock the boo in place for every 10 HP. So, we pressed both the L and R buttons. And then for every 10 HP we let go and repress the R button to perform an R pump, and then that'll stun lock the boo in place and do more damage. If you kind of just keep doing damage but don't R pump, then he's going to move around, which is not a bad thing to do, as long as he doesn't, as long as you don't lose control of him, you should be okay. Also getting first try moonshot, not bad. You suck and blow and suck and blow. Yeah, and the idea is to get through the entire game with a good suck. I'm King Boo. Oh, God. So, we got Mario's star. And now we'll be heading to, I think it's called the billiards room? Not important anyway, we're just passing by to go into the projector room and grabbing Mario's glove.
Mario! Oh yeah.
So more of these grabber ghosts are here, but they're invisible, so it's kind of more trickier than the ghosts in the mirror room, because you could actually have a visual idea of where they're hiding, but in this case it's not. It's based on like where their shadows are. Not really a problem for us since we know the locations of their spawns. And we just have to try to group them up together and get doubles and triples.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Twin rooms are coming up. Well, actually, Area 1 hallway. We're going back in Area 1 hallway to collect the boos that are here. Like I said, we need about 20. We need about 20 to get to the Area 3 boss. But we'll be collecting 21 after Safari Room. Anyway, here's the twins' rooms. There's a bit of history being referenced right here. The twins' names are Henry and Orville. Both of them are referencing to the people who are like the inventors of the car and the airplane. Henry is like reference to Henry Ford, and Orville is reference to Henry Wright, one of the Wright brothers. And we also get to spawn the Speedy Spirit right here. And 100%, it's actually some people catch the Speedy Spirit to collect the money. Oh, where's the boo? Oh, there he is. Some boo, or I mean, unfortunately, I'll explain this to the best of my ability, but a boo can switch locations because they're on a timer. I don't know how big that timer is exactly, and I don't know if it kind of, if all boos are on the same timer with each other, but yeah. So, and I don't know if it's how RNG it is, but yeah. Yeah, Boo can definitely switch places while in the room while in the room. Alright, so Death got the tech skip in the bedroom there. Imagine playing PAL version and then making that a tournament. And doing it like in a tournament setting. Oh man, Mac didn't unfortunately get the tech skip there. The table, I'm sorry, the bed sheet didn't come off. He might have not pulled it off enough, because it has to be like it kind of has to be more than half, a little bit more than halfway for it to work. Well, here we go. We are now playing Carpal Tunnel the game. This is just a sequence of button mashing for a minute and 30 seconds, a minute and a half. So not really much happening here. We basically just get some lore from Clairvoya as she explains like where Mario is missing and you know how Bowser and King Boo are working together and blah blah blah. Not really that important, to be honest. Yeah, one of the items, Mario's letter, he wrote, "Look out for booze." Right, so Death went out at 37:05. So I imagine Mac, depending on his RNG, he could leave at around 37:30. Oh, getting just about the same RNG there. Okay, so 37:40 it looks like. So I think Death is about 40 seconds ahead of Mac right now. Which is honestly still pretty close. Okay, so he needs to shake off the game. He needs to shake off those head statues so he can spawn the wave of ghosts in this room. We're gonna be shooting ice on the spawn locations of the blue blaze so that he can get rid of their element. Unfortunately, he missed up the double set of it there. Hastily written or hurry, it doesn't matter, it's pretty much the same. So yeah, the Boo is probably going to escape right here, but oh no, he's got it. He's got it, good. So a couple of reasons why a Boo would double cackle is if the Boo is too high above you, or if you're kind of like moving around too much.
Mario.
Like I said, when he double cackles, that just means that his timer of taking damage will be shortened up. Will get shortened. So here's Boolossus. The main mechanic of this boss fight is that there are a total of 15 Boos, and they've combined their powers to create a giant Boo, dubbed Boolossus. So the idea is we want to try to get them separated and then we'll be using the ice, in this case, to freeze them up and then catch them in our vacuum. Uh-oh. Grabs the ice. Alright, and then we're going to be moving back the straight line to lure the ghosts. Alright, I think he's just got about every single one. And he gets the one cycle. Very nice. Very nice putting that ice to good use. Anyway. Some really, really bad luck can happen in this boss fight. Like, for example, those ice elemental ghosts can just sometimes fly out of bounds, and that basically means you cannot grab them. Oh man. So two boos just gotta there were two boos remaining on MakS side. So now he's gonna have to go for a 2-cycle. He's also gonna have to look away so that the boos can attack him. And that's kind of like the only way you can kind of make them vulnerable to getting shot with the ice. Because their AI is different. If you just try to shoot them normally with ice, they're just gonna run away from you. And it just becomes a huge pain to deal with. So here we go. It's all up to area. It all needs to happen right here in Area 4. Let's see what's gonna happen. I want to say Death probably gained another 10-15 seconds. Ahead. Because he got the 1 cycle. Or they could both crown that theft. Yes, I mean that's happened in a. Only one person in a tournament setting has gotten crown theft in a race. But imagine if like both of them got it. Oh my god, that would just be unprecedented. Oh man, so I think what Death just remembered to do was put Luigi in sidestep mode for this next section of yeah. So we grab fire and then we put ourselves in sidestep mode so that when we're in the blackout section, when the mansion's in the blackout stage, we'll be able to navigate through without getting scared. And this just puts Luigi's angle in a fixed position, so he shouldn't have got scared right there, but yeah. We're just basically trying to prevent the ghosts from scaring us. And we mainly have to change Luigi's angle. So we warp back to the foyer. We're going up to the wardrobe room to say hello to Uncle Grimly, also dubbed as Uncle Fraker Z by some people in the community. Alright, so let's see what... Oh, good RNG. It was not an Instagram, but it was a 2-second Grimly. Fraker Z. Just play that through the whole time as we see how max RNG is. I'm putting this money towards Bone Mom. Fraker Z. Okay. I've got a crack under the pressure right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Blessed RNG in the chat right there.
Mario.
Alright, Death. Looks like he's going to try and maybe set up for the double right here, although that's probably not going to work. It's very strange. Sometimes the ghost will just kind of just pop above the barrel that it spawned from when you really just want him to charge at you in the angle of the other puncher ghost. Yeah, that was just kind of weird. I believe he kind of does that. The ghost will pop up above the barrel if he kind of is readjusting itself. Like, not particularly moving, but he's not immediately about to charge you, like what happened with MakS inside. Alright, so spawning the Boo. Hopefully he's hiding in that shelf. Oh, he's hiding in the barrel, which is like the worst possible spot for him to be in. Oh! Better grab it. Okay. Yeah, it was a good idea to drag the Boo to the left side so he doesn't accidentally pick up the Boo ball. So the Boos in this area are going to be much harder to catch. Fortunately, we just need 3 out of... Yeah, 3 out of the remaining here. And, but like most of the, or like some of the Boos in this area have 300 HP, and we want to try to just focus on the ones that have, you know, around 150. And then we'll go for a 1 cycle. Or that we can potentially get a 1 cycle. So I don't know what Death is trying to do. I think he was maybe going for a double. I don't know if he gets it or not. Oh, okay, so it wasn't a double, but it was kind of like an insta 1 cycle, or an insta singles catcher. Alright, so I think... Oh, okay. So I guess we're going for Boston Burn. Alright. And then we'll grab these 2 flash ghosts. So overall that was not bad. Not too bad.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we grabbed the key from the chimney. We'll be heading into the armory room, dubbed the laggiest room in the entire game. We're just gonna have to try and clear the room in like 15 frames a second or something like that. So in this room we also use fire to oh, something happened. Got slipped on a banana peel. He needs to grab this garbage ghost. Set fire to the... He should set fire to the gold ghost. He should set fire to the gold puncher. There we go. And then the final right here. Very nice. Still recovered. Okay, so we've lost audio. But hopefully he'll still be back on. Oh boy, this is not good. So I'm just gonna switch to MakS player for now. So MakS gonna be taking a different approach, setting up the triple before the before getting the purple puncher up top. Okay, so man, this is not a good outcome right now. Hopefully Death can reload his stream in any way.
Mario!
Well, if he could still play the game, I'm hoping he's still in the race room, so... Yeah, he's still in the race room, so if he just continues to play, he should be okay, I guess. Anyway, we got the one cycle on MakS' side, so... he'll be making his way downstairs to grab the boo from the cold storage room. And then after that, all that's left is to go to Van Gore. And because these runners did not do Breaker Boo, they have to get the Van Gore Boo. Oh man. So this is the pipe room. It's technically considered a clearable option room. So you don't have to clear the room, but you can get the key by going to the valve and turning off the water. Alright. Yeah. So we don't need to beat those ghosts. A clearable option room. Oh hey, I think we got DeathJohnson's feedback. I'm not sure where he's at right now. Oh, he actually beat. Nice, he's back and he's now going up to Van Gore right now. So I have to assume he probably got either a 1 or 2 cycle off of the boo. I fixed nothing. So yeah. Oh man, so yeah, because this room is so slippery, you have so much trouble trying to have control over this boo. And yeah, he just went into the pipe room. And because it's a dark room, you cannot do... You basically can't even catch this boo in a dark room or hallway. So we have to try and, anyway, get him back into the other room. So we're here now. Back on DeathJohnson's side.
You filthy swine, you're blind to the light of give my creations. Then very well, I'll show you the master of my art.
In case you haven't guessed, that's what I was trying to prepare for. Look, I don't care if the accent was all wrong. I don't care if the accent was all wrong. That was gold. Alright, so when we're having to fight these ghosts in waves of 3s. And so far, I don't think he's missed a single one, so that's really good. And here we go. The Dolores! Oh man, I missed the entire dialogue. Even if I disappear, my work will live on. That is right. This is pass. I tried. Oh man, so I will say this is a boutique. The first boo, the only boo that we catch with 300 HP, he's only possible to get a 2-cycle off, but if we can do it optimally, we can do enough damage to get him down. Enough damage to get a 2-cycle. Yeah, going through this... going through this, really, really good. So for death, it looks like he's going to get possibly a 58. It could either be a high 58 or a low 59. I'm kind of translating, yes, but I kind of forget how we button mash through the text, and I was only able to read like a few lines. No, I'm not even reading from Japanese. I'm actually just reading off of a line of English text. Yeah, okay, so I was basically right. It was a low 59. So yeah, we get up to this point where we talk to King Boo, and then 2 minutes later, we'll see if DeathJohnson gets a 2-cycle King Boo. So yeah, to answer the math question, fish. Oh man. Alright. Setting up for the first cycle. He's gonna shoot the ball into his face, blow off his head, and then get hopefully around 250 damage. Okay. So far, I think he's okay. Okay, 249. Yes. He should be good. On the second cycle, anyway. Let's see. Alright, so that ends the race with a 59.09, I think. I'm not gonna assume... let's see. So I'm just going to press done for death, because he technically did win. But I will invite him over to join in for an interview. Okay, so Max didn't do enough damage because I think King Boo got away for a little bit, so he'll be setting up to do a fast 3 cycle. If you just want to like type, if you want, you can type a message in the room, and we could just kind of talk to each other that way if you want. Oh, all right. So Mac got a slow 3 cycle. I think he ended up just going for the 2 cycle anyway, since he did not stop King Boo's health at 200. Alright, MakS54 is done. So I don't know if the runners want to join in for an interview. But yeah, that's that. The race has been settled. Once and for all, DeathJohnson ultimately wins. Hello. Congratulations. I'm sorry, your mic is cutting out, but that's okay. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, you could just type it out if you want. So yeah, I believe you got a 59, was it a 5909 or a 5908, King Boo? Oh, he can't hear me. Whoops. Probably 5909, I'd say, but I could be wrong on that. Interesting. Well, I guess that's that. That is that for this race. DeathJohnson ultimately wins this race for the rematch. If you guys would like to go ahead and give these runners a follow, they will do some. They do some streams and some speedruns. Yes, so we do actually have a special race tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern with Blue Hits versus Audio Lando. Oh geez, those are not the runners. Whoops. Okay, so wow. Jeez, come on, SpeedGaming, step it up.
Mamma mia.
Must I do everything? Anyway, here's the actual runners. And yeah, I'm Mr. Afroman20. So if you guys are interested, there's another race happening tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern with Blue Hits and Audio Lando, commentated by Skazi. And it'll be on the same Same channel. Same channel that we're on right now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll hopefully see you guys later tonight. And yeah, have a good one.